Hello everyone, Nithyanandam. Welcome back to the Kundalini Yogini. This is Prasiddha. Today we're going to be sharing about Ayurveda for fall. We're going to talk about autumn season, what that means within the holistic methodology of Ayurveda, and how we can stay harmonious, balanced, and optimally healthy during this season of the year. So in Ayurveda, autumn or fall is the season of Vata. Vata dosha is the most active during this time of the year. Vata is made of the energy of air and space. It's the lightest, driest, most mobile dosha. So this dosha is, as you can see, amplified by the qualities we see in the external environment during this season, right? We see more wind, we see more dryness, we see more air and movement and coldness coming into the picture. So Vata is getting amplified. This is a season we need to focus on grounding, nourishing, relaxing, rejuvenating, and oleating, meaning bringing oil into our internal body and external body because it's really dry. And so that's just the key principles and how we're going to kind of navigate this seasonal routine. First, I'm going to share with you guys what we can incorporate in the diet, right? What can we do in the diet? So Vata is the most aggravated by cold, light, and dry foods because these amplify its natural qualities. So what foods are we going to want to bring in? Things that are heavy, moist, and grounding, right? Heavy, moist, warm, and grounding. We want to stay away from light, crunchy, dry snacks like popcorn and chips, extra crunchy toast, things like that, raw vegetables, and cold foods and light foods that are gonna also make Vata aggravated and spread throughout the body, like salads, really cold or icy drinks and beverages, ice cream, and the like during this time of the year. What can we bring in? What else can we incorporate, right? The key principles for balancing Vata are gonna be healthy fats, heavier foods, and root vegetables. These are kind of quick, easy ways, go-tos where you can balance Vata, bring Vata into harmony with the diet. So healthy fats, where can we find those? The best fats or oils for balancing Vata are going to be ghee and sesame oil. These are the best oils you can bring in. You can use them in cooking your food and make sure that you're incorporating them daily to get that inner hydration. You can also have more nuts and seeds, which have healthy oils, but make sure to soak them so they're not really dry and crunchy, which will aggravate Vata. You'll also find healthy fats and oils in certain foods, right? Like hemp seeds, avocados, flax, and things like that. So bring in more of those oily, hydrating, brain-happy foods. I'm just checking the comments really quick, guys. Yes, I'm gonna do a live Q&A at the end. I just thought I would have a theme for today's chat before I go into the live Q&A. Yes, so we wanna make sure during the season we are actually reducing our fasting, generally speaking, right? If you're not having a spiritual context, fasting aggravates Vata because of its instability and its lightness, right? So it's not the optimal time of year for fasting, again, unless you're doing it from a spiritual context. Those of you guys in my Sangha know that doesn't really apply, right? But to the general public, we want to be a little bit more careful about fasting during this time. And really, again, root vegetables, right? Root vegetables are grounded, nourishing, and heavy in nature. Sweet potatoes, radishes, beets, gourds, pumpkin, squash, all of these foods are in season right now, right? So they're seasonal and they're giving us what we need. So eating seasonally and eating locally is always going to help balance our doshas and ground us out, right? Because earth provides what we need when we need it. It's a really, really basic natural principle of Ayurveda, right? And again, incorporating more protein, right? Heavier, denser proteins into our diet. What does that look like? More lentils, you can incorporate more lentils and soy, more oats, more tofu, more beans and rice, and all of those foods are very heavy and grounding in nature, are going to help bulk the body up for winter, which is actually a good thing. Our body naturally wants to accumulate a little bit more weight during this time of the year to keep us warm, to keep us nourished. So let your body do that, don't resist it, don't be scared of it. And And again, cold foods, right? Cold, raw, crunchy foods we want to stay away from. Now, in terms of lifestyle and daily routine, what can we do to help harmonize Vata during Vata season, during autumn? We want to create consistency and stability in our lifestyle. One of the biggest principles all Ayurvedic practitioners and doctors use when addressing aggravated Vata is consistency, scheduling. Because Vata hops around and it's so airy and it can't be grounded, we want to bring grounding into our daily life, meaning sleep schedule is on point, right? Eating schedule is on point. We eat at the same times every day. We go to bed at the same time every day. We wake up at the same time every day. This is healthy consistency, right? And this is really good for our bodies. This is really good for our bodies, especially during this time of the year. So don't have resistance and fear to kind of schedule out the main parts of your day. This is really going to help ground Vata. That being said, you can incorporate also a little bit more movement and exercise than we saw in the summer, but we still don't want to go full force. So you don't need to go super heavy into workouts, but definitely you can start to increase the energy you're expending during fall as the weather's cooling off. And most importantly for Vata, like we mentioned in the beginning, is oleation, meaning hydrating the body. So daily oil massage for yourself. Daily abhyanga is one of the best practices you can incorporate to stay balanced during this time of the year. Hydrate your skin externally, not just internally with your diet. Warm up some sesame oil or almond oil and then apply it from your feet to your head, long strokes on your bones, circular motions on your joints, all the way up. You can keep this oil on your skin or you can rinse it off in the shower if it bothers you. I like to keep it on because I'm a Vata. I already have dry skin, so I like having that oil. And one last way, right, we can really ground Vata. Meditation. It's the best, most important time to amplify and crack down on our meditation practice, to keep this flighty mind and all the excess thoughts which get ramped up during this season calm, stable, chilling out, right? Relaxing. So we need that meditation consistency and keeping the body warm. So stay cozy like your grandma and mom and dad probably always tell you. Actually, it's true. Keep your body warm, especially your hands and feet and your head. So if you're exposed to a lot of cold air and wind, that's going to not only lower your immunity and probably expose you to getting colds and flus more easily, but it's going to amplify that Vata in a negative way inside of our body and mind. And then last thing I wanted to share before I'll take some Q&A stuff, guys, thanks for staying with me, is the herbs that we can incorporate during this time of the year. The best herbs for fall, for autumn. There are many, but I'm going to name you guys the go-tos that we often integrate during this seasonal routine that are really great for Vata and for overall immunity, right? Because we see a lot of more exposure to viruses, cold, flu, etc. during this time. We have a lot of more allergies amplified, so all of these herbs are also good for lung health, respiratory health, cold, immunity, etc., and keeping Vata in balance. Tulsi, holy basil, so good for the respiratory health and lungs, also for keeping the mind in harmony. So you can make Tulsi tea. This is a really great tea to have during the season, as well as turmeric because it's very warming, it's nourishing, it's grounding, it's anti-inflammatory and great for our immune system. Ashwagandha, because it's amazing for Vata and balancing Vata, as well as calming the nervous system, right? And helping our muscle build, our body build itself back up again. Haritaki, it's the ultimate digestive herb for Vata, right? For Vata dosha, for helping regulate our digestion, especially the Vata of our digestive system. So turmeric, ashwagandha, and haritaki, all of those you can get at anandaayurveda.org, my website, if you're interested, and make sure we're taking these daily. It's really important during the season to integrate these herbs. And last one I would share that I like to incorporate, I don't do this one every single day, but I like to use it a lot during fall, is Chyawanprash. Chyawanprash is an Ayurvedic herbal jam that's about 40 different herbs. Amazing, again, for just overall rejuvenation of the tissues and immunity. So that's my little spiel, guys. Some really easy Ayurvedic tips for how to stay in your optimal peak health and wellness this fall season. So don't forget about these things. They're gonna make a huge difference. They're small, but they make a huge difference. Let me know if you guys have any questions on what I just shared about or any other questions, and I will take a few minutes to get into those. Nithyanandam. Hi, everybody. Hi, David. Thanks. Big blessings to you, too. Bhuvana, yes, these are tips for every dosha. This doesn't just apply to Vata dosha, because Vata in general in our external environment is amplified for everybody. So whether you're a Pitta, Kapha, Vata, or anywhere in between, you can follow these tips during this season and integrate it with your normal dosha balancing routine. And if that's confusing for you, that's why I'm here. That's why Ayurvedic practitioners exist, because it can be really nuanced. And so that's why we're here to help our clients integrate seasonal with their doshic, routines during all the different times of the year. Okay, where did the chat go? Oh, here it is. No, it's not in the description yet. If anybody who knows it can type it, I would appreciate it. It's anandaayurveda.org. I will add it once I log off. I just don't have it here yet. Hi, Saranka, Nithyanandam, and Olivia. Thanks for joining. Hi, Sunny, Jason, Jackson, Pete, EK. Thanks for joining, guys. Okay, gonna go back down to the questions. Yes, Saranka, get evaluated by an Ayurvedic practitioner is the best way, because sometimes the quizzes are not as accurate. Otherwise, you can go online. There's one on Chopra that is fairly good, or Banyan, but you might get a little variation between the online questionnaires, but they'll give you at least a rough idea. Ooh, Alan, good question. Best warming meal for autumn, winter. My favorite warming meal would probably be like a hearty soup, like a hearty lentil vegetable soup. That's so nice for fall. So nice for fall. Or khichdi. Used to do a lot of daily puja and really felt connected, but recently moved to another country and I feel disconnected to my practice. What should I do? Start your practice again. Really, it's that simple. Even when we feel disconnected, how we get reconnected is by doing the thing that we don't want to do. Start your practice again. It's that simple. I would say not necessarily. If you are worried about any negative energies entering your space, you can use protective elements. You can either wear protective stones like tourmaline or rudraksha. You can also call upon your spirit guides, guardian angels, deities, or guru that all have the power to protect you in different dimensions and spaces. So if you have any fear of that, just call upon those beings first to block out any negative, unwanted energies, and then go into your practice so you don't have to be in any fear. And yeah, you can definitely meditate in the dark. Can you share the best pranayama and meals for Vata? Thank you. Thanks, Remedy. That's really sweet. Yeah, what I just mentioned are the best kind of meals for Vata, and all those components you can incorporate into many, many different meals. There's not just one. Thank you so much for the information. I take cold showers every day for good health. Is this a potential problem this time of year? Good question, Richard. This isn't an easy answer. It's very nuanced also. It really depends on the person, their constitution, their environment, and their context, even their internal intention and context. Because you can see those kind of practices sometimes aggravate maybe a Vata person who's already naturally really hyper Vata or hyper Kapha, very cold in nature, and they're not really doing it for maybe a spiritual purpose. They're doing it for some other reason, and they don't maybe fully have gotten the benefits yet, and then it could make their immune system a little jarred. But you see a lot of cases of the opposite happening too, right? So I would say the most important thing is listening to your body. Cold exposure therapy does have numerous benefits in a lot of ways, but as per Ayurveda, we don't necessarily recommend it because it can aggravate the doshas. Hi, welcome. Hi from Ireland, cool. Hey, across the ocean. Do you deliver your herbs outside the US? Yes, we do. Are there any specific breath work that can be practiced? Do you mean like during the season? Nadi Shodhana is a really great go-to for most doshas, but really good for Vata because it's very harmonizing and grounding and calming. So I would say Nadi Shodhana is a good place to start. Alternate nostril breathing is also what it's called. What can you do to lose extra fat? There's a lot you can do for that, and that's what I kind of address in a consultation. I can't necessarily give you individualized answers to those kind of things without knowing a way bigger picture about what kind of fat we're dealing with, what's the history of your weight, and all of that things. Yes, I do know Neem Karoli Baba. I'm great, Elise. How are you? Thanks for checking in. Nick, favorite Marvel character? Ooh, it's a good one. I don't know. I have to think about that. I do have to think about that. I'm a much bigger nerd when it comes to Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, all the mystical sci-fi stuff, Harry Potter. I love all that a lot. I'm very into it. Oh, are you guys both from Ireland? Is that what's happening here in the comments? That's cool. You guys should connect. Oh, wow, that's really cool, Remedy boy. I don't know your real name. She's doing good. She's still on Facebook. She just hasn't been on YouTube and stuff, but she's on Facebook. I've talked to her not that long ago. She's a very powerful being. I'm curious about your dream now. Hi, Eric. Thanks for joining. If anybody has any questions, holla at me. Oh, Ephraim is my name. Very cool. That's a pretty name. Oh, it was so good. Highly recommend that book, Shantaram, guys. Such a good book. And the author apparently is like Hindu now. He wasn't when he wrote the book, but he's very, very Hindu now and writes a bunch of spiritual stuff, which is even cooler. My consults are $150 online. Yes, and you can do them from anywhere in the world. And I spend about an hour and a half directly with you, and then at least an hour to 2 hours offline building your protocol and plan. Yeah. Yes, Crystal, I did. That was really cool. That was super cool. Vijaya Lakshmi, Nithyanandam. Hope things are going well in Mauritius. Sorry I haven't been very active, guys, on here. I have been traveling. I was going to Arizona and Utah the last week and a half or so, and I went to a bunch of national parks. It was really beautiful, very grounding, much needed. Haven't traveled in a long time, so it was very beautiful. Took a little birthday trip. Went to Sedona, and then I went to the Grand Canyon and Zion. It was fabulous. It was my first time in Zion. I fell in love. It's probably like one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. Can't wait to go back, spend more time there and camp there. Rousseau, you can book a consult at tinyurl.com/bookayurveda. I will add that into the description after this, or if you follow me on Instagram already, that link is in my bio of my Instagram as well. I'm being drawn to Zion. Yeah, I have been too, and I highly recommend it. You'll love it. It's a very magical place. Oh, I have my Zion mug right now. I got Zion. Yeah. Can you guys tell I like orange? Everything is orange. I love orange so much. Thanks. Yeah, it was phenomenal. Actually the coolest hike I've ever done in my life was in Zion. I did Angel's Landing, and it was just the coolest thing. That's really cool. Darth Vader, I've made a statement about that already. Otherwise, I'm not interested in spending any energy on that kind of drama or negativity. Richard, is it possible to open up a dosha for more strength in that dosha? If you're weak Vata, can you do Vata exercises to make those? Oh, interesting. Yeah. So basically you absolutely can bring those doshas into harmony, right? But we don't necessarily alter our natural constitution. It's kind of like, think about it like your soul, your thumbprint, right? You're a completely unique aspect of consciousness. That's why your dosha reflects that, right? Your dosha reflects your body, mind, spirit kind of complex personality, right? So that doesn't change. You have a unique thumbprint, so to speak, but you can be in a sattvic state, meaning a pure or balanced state. And that's the entire point of Ayurveda and utilizing Ayurvedic knowledge and actually bringing it into our daily life so that all of our doshas are functioning in their harmony. Hi, Andre. Hi from California. Is it okay to take 2 tabs of 500 mg Haritaki? I can't do prescription things legally. I can't give advice for that. Generally speaking, for most people, a half teaspoon to a teaspoon equivalent is a safe range for Haritaki. Hello from Washington. Very cool. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope everybody's been doing well. I know there's lots of intense energies in our world still going on. By the way, if you guys didn't see my other video a few weeks ago, I started a Telegram group. If any of you guys want to connect with me there, it's a free place. I can answer a lot more than I can answer on YouTube and on other platforms where I'm not allowed to talk about certain things and I get censored. So please join me on Telegram if you're interested. I'll share the link here in the description. It's in the description of my last live stream as well, for those of you guys that want to join. It is called Kundalini Yogini Community. Yes. Life is good. Life is beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you saw that. I need to reach out to them. They actually reached out to me a bit ago. I need to reconnect. They have an amazing platform and organization. I really love their spirit of Dharma. It's cool. Very cool. All right, everybody. I'm going to check off here and get back to my work day. I got some clients and consults. Oneness. I got some consults I got to get back to, and I'm teaching at 5 o'clock tonight, so I got to get ready for that as well. But it was so great connecting with you all, sending you all so much love. Please let me know in the comments after this video goes offline what YouTube videos you guys would like to see. I haven't asked you in a while, so I'm gonna make some videos, not just like live videos, but actual old school videos like I used to make all the time, where I upload them on certain topics. So if you have specific videos you feel like would be interesting or applicable to the rest of everybody, please let me know, comment, and I'll work on those. I'll definitely work on those. Sending you guys lots of love, take care, and I'll see you soon. Nithyanandam, everyone.